Hello guys, welcome to my new video. This video is part of j-Component series, and in this video I'll talk about component j-Exec. You can find more information about j-Exec at component8.com, and I'll put a link below in the description. So let's start with some general information. j-Exec is a singleton, so it means you have to declare it just once in your code, and then you can use it on multiple elements in your HTML. This component executes a method when the user clicks on the same element with classes exec, exec2, or exec3. Exec means just one click on your mouse, left click. Exec2 means double click, and exec3 means right click. So let's jump to the example. It is a good idea to put all your singletons at one place in your code, because when you need to modify them, you know where they are and you don't have to search for them in your code. So I'll put our j-Exec here at the beginning of our page, and the declaration is same for all components. So I'll use element UI component with attribute name and exec. Now it's prepared and we can start using it in our code. Usage is very easy and you can use it on every element, but now in this example I'll use it on element div with class button and with text button. So now our page will look like this with one button. When we want to use exec on our element, we have to add class exec or button and attribute data exec, where we will put the name of the function we want to invoke after clicking on our button. So the name will be click, for example. When we prepared our element, we can create function in our plugin. So function will be export dot click, because click is the name of our function, equals function and I'll put here console log click. Sorry. Now I can save our code and refresh our page, and after clicking on our button you can see that there is click in our console. When we want to execute our function after double click, we just have to add here 2, like exec2 and data exec also 2. Now after saving our code and refreshing our page, and now I will click just once, and as you can see nothing happened, but when I will do a double click, click appear in our console. Same little adjustment also for right click. So now I'll change exec2 for exec3 as class and also data exec3. Now I can save our code and refresh our page, and now I will click with left button on my mouse, nothing happened, double click with left button on my mouse, nothing happened, and now when I do right click, click will appear in our console. So just like this, you can catch click, double click or right click on all your elements in your HTML code. It's also easy to catch element which was clicked or event. You can do that with arguments in our function, element and event. Now I will change our code for element and event. And now, when I do a right click on our button, I can see element which was clicked and event which invoked our function. It's also possible to set value to some path with j-Exec. And now I will show you how. Now I'll change this class back to exec, and we don't need this attribute, but attribute we will need is data path, and this is the path where we want to set our value. So for example, it will be test, and next attribute is data value, and here we have to put value we want to set to our path. So for example, I'll put here my name, Palo. Now this function isn't invoking, so I can remove it and refresh our page. And when I retrieve value and our path common, oh sorry, there is nothing set to our path. But after clicking the button, I can again retrieve common, and you can see that at our path common.test, it set it my name Palo. Also, you can use exec for redirecting our URL. So for example, I will leave class exec here, and the attribute we have to use is data href, and for example, I'll put here user. Now I'll save our code and refresh page, and now after clicking on our button, you can see that our URL is changed to /user. So that's all for this video, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Bye.